The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. One step away from playing for the AFC title. This divisional round contest is underway. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. They go play action. Here's Smith. Connection made to Raheem Mostert. Hits some space around midfield. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They got 24 yards on the play. And that's good for Raiders first. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the first down.
Chased out to his right. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, a better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover, wisely throwing it away.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Back to the air, it's Smith. Finds the in route complete. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And that's a Vegas first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Tucker now in motion right. And he got what he could there, only to the 14. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Receivers running the ball, well, that's become commonplace in the NFL now, and that includes down here in the red zone. In close, a lot less space to work with. You really love your most elusive players to get their hands on the ball.
Brought in right side. And he's brought down after a short gain.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
And it flies over the end zone and out of play. In the past, it's a touchback to the 25. The new rules starting this season, Brock, so it's now going to be at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Pass taken in by Sutton. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Offense up to the line fast. On 1st and 10, here's Nix. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams would call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
The give here on 2nd. And this is through the midfield stripe and onto the Raiders' side of the field. Working quickly here. Quickly looking left, and it's complete. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. Offense in the hurry-up here. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Nix with it on 1st. Has got it. And the Raiders will be set up at the 20-yard line following that interception. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Smith. He's going deep. That's grabbed inside the 30. And that is a touchdown. The Raiders parlay the interception into points. Daniel Carlson on for the PAT. Well, looks like the defense jumps just before the snap there. All right, so with the penalty, a chance to go for 2 from the 1, or they could elect to try a shorter kick. All right, now another opportunity to convert this 2-point try. Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he can't take the completion across. Defense on him fast and bringing him down to deny the 2-point conversion. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Hitting Ingram on the slant. Rolling into enemy territory. Keeps himself upright. And he gets in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos making a field goal game. That is as efficient as an offense can be. One play, 70 yards, and 6 points, Brock. They can save the rest of the plays they have prepared for their next series.
Rest of the plays? Why even call a different one? I mean, that one hit the sweet spot on the barrel and got out of the yard in a hurry. Perfect call to catch him sleeping to start that drive.
That one right down the middle. And the Broncos cut the lead down to just 2. We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They're out and set. 1st and 10. First give of the game here to Raheem Mostert. He's got to gain a 6 there. Talanoa Hufanga there to make the play. Time now for the second quarter. Raiders in possession. They have it, 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap to Smith. That's taken in nicely by Brock Bowers. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
A give to Mostert out of the gun. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
A play fake. Now Smith to throw. Got a man. Bauer fights off the tackle, but he lost the ball. He left the ball behind. Oh, and they pick it up. Time to push for that marker. Well, you don't like to see the fumble, but hey, at least they were able to be the ones to recover it, and they keep possession.
Yeah, and I think the key there was to stay calm through the chaos. Cooler heads prevailed. And got him the ball back.
And they make the stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. 1st and 10 now. Here's Smith. Completed over the middle. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. Offense up to the line fast. Shotgun handoff for Mostert. And he doesn't get this one very far, down to only about the 18. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. From the gun, Smith. On the move, headed right. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
Throwing on 3rd, Smith. Buys time, rolling right. Into a crowd, and intercepted. Talanoa Hufanga makes the play. Well, they were thinking at least a field goal on the drive if they couldn't reach the end zone, right? But the interception keeps them from even getting 3 out of this possession.
You really hope at the end of this game you don't look back and go, shoulda, woulda, coulda. If we could have gotten some points out of that drive early, we wouldn't be in the situation we are in now.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the gun, here's a handoff. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Working quickly here. Here's the long back on the handoff. Blast through midfield. Reaches the 30. And he takes this one in for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos get some late points and the lead. Watts there to tack on the extra point. And the Broncos jump in front now by 5. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. The rookie from Texas comes up with it. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure...
Touchdown, Denver! So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
That one splits the uprights. And the Broncos push the lead up to 12. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. From his own end zone, here we go. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Raiders moving quickly, trying to get set as the clock continues to run. Another try following the sack. Hauled in left side. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Pressure comes. Smith. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll get it up to the 44.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
1st down, Smith to throw. He's on the move. And he's out of bounds after getting this to the opposing 45. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Raiders first. Throwing now from the gun. Searches from the pocket. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And now it's 2nd down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. He completes it in traffic. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. Smith on 1st down. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Now the Raiders using the last of their timeouts. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
The 34-yard line.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Smith on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that brings up 4th and long.
Daniel Carlson for the Raiders field goal. A 51-yard attempt.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And the lead is back down to 9.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And he could not break beyond the line, so that's how our half's going to end. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. Half the battle complete, Brock, as we resume play here. A spot in our AFC Championship on the line. Looking up towards the dome. Can't bring it in clean. Oh, no, and it bounces out of their own end zone. That's going to be a safety. First and 10 now from the 30. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
From the 34. Completed to his running back. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
First down, Denver.
Sutton, the man in motion, headed right. They'll run here on first down. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You know what that felt like to me, Kate? That felt like a little bit of overthinking, where he's just waiting for the perfect lane and the breakaway run. But against defenses in this league, you hesitate, you get tackled for a loss.
Quick pass, right side, complete. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. He was too far downfield at the time of the pass. Got to stay within a yard of the line. That'll back him up. Penalty not helping their cause for this third down. Shotgun snap to Nix. This has been a trend, yet another interception. And the Raiders get it back as he intercepts him for the second time this game.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick 6? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's Smith. Brought in close to the 8. And he will take this in. Touchdown. The Raiders start the second half with some needed points. Brock Bowers, the touchdown. And the Raiders line up again to go for 2.
The Raiders will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They go play action. Here's Smith. And no connection on the 2-point try. It fails. Okay, Brock, dialing up another 2-point call. And you remember when your friends didn't have a voicemail? It would just ring and ring and ring. It's still ringing. Falls short again of reaching that end zone.
Yeah, this defense is not doing very good between the 20s or even in the red zone, but they do find a way to rise up. This is always my challenge with being super aggressive, is why give that defense something to feel good about coming off the field after you put 6 on the board.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Cortland Sutton, the man he was after. So it's second down coming up. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
I think one of my favorite adjectives, I don't know why, it just sounds good off the lips, is shred. Shredding paper. Shredding the slopes. Or dude shredding a defense just like that.
And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front. Offense in the hurry up here. He gets in. The lateral goes haywire. Live ball. And the Raiders get to it. And he's at the clear. The 40. At the 20. And they finally drag him down, but not until after a very nice return. They're out and set. First and 10. Staying between the tackles with Mostert. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Out of the gun, here's Smith. Escapes the pocket. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on first and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on second down.
Mostert. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Raiders take a lead just before the end of the third. Raheem Mostert, the touchdown. Caught him across the line early there. That's an easy call for our officials. All right, so with the penalty, a chance to go for 2 from the 1, or they could elect to try a shorter kick. That kick a whole lot easier after that penalty, right? And he sends it through. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And he got all of that one, that's for sure. But with our new kickoff rules in play this year, that means the football is going to be spotted at the 30. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Nicks off the play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Only 1 quarter left before we send one of these teams to the AFC title game. The Broncos have it, facing a deficit. We could be witnessing the end of their playoff run. They really need some chunk yardage here on second down. Trying again, following the sack. Completed to Sutton. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Now Nick's on third down. Hits his running back. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Throwing on first down, Nix. He put everything he had into this one. He's got it deep downfield. It's a Denver touchdown. Missed to go up by a field goal here in the fourth. The point after splits the uprights. And the Broncos push their lead to 3. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Chooses to bring this one out. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20.
Trailing by 1 score late here, Kate. Maybe this is the return. Maybe this is what helps them get right back into a good field position now to start their most important series yet of this game.
1st and 10 now. Here's Smith. Forced out to his right. Down the run right. Throwing deep down. Oh, brother. It's another interception. Talanoa Hufanga makes the play. And the Broncos get the football back across midfield before going down inside the 45-yard line on the return.
Well, I'll admit, man, I got to admire the guts, the willingness to continue to challenge the coverage, even with 2 interceptions already. But there's his 3rd strike. And no, it's not baseball, but he definitely has to be smarter with what he's doing with the football.
On first down, they'll run. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Out of the gun, it's Nix. He's on the move. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. It brings up 3rd down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
They did it! He made the interception! Jacorian Bennett has it! And the Raiders have some new life in the 4th!
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, evaded obstacles, and chewed up yardage in the open space, would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry. Offense up to the line fast.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 35-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Smith. He's taking a shot towards the end zone. They connect on the deep shot. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Working quickly here. Mostert trying to punch it in. Goes up and over for the touchdown. The Raiders take a 4th quarter lead. Raheem Mostert the touchdown. Carlson adds the extra point. And the Raiders take a 4-point lead. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Chased out to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. He'll throw it. That's caught for the first. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. All right, set now, 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Nix has him on the quick hitter. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Offense in the hurry up here. Here's 2nd and 7. He's throwing deep to the left side. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Vegas. Broncos losing by 4. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Back to throw it. Short pass brought in. He's got the 1st down grab and still going. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that'll be good for a Denver 1st. A give now from the gun. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Broncos have to hurry here. Clock's still running. Here he is to throw. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And he makes the catch. Did he get both feet in? No. Oh, so close to 6. Incomplete.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
He connects downfield on 4. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. Broncos have to hurry here. Clock's still running. They'll try and punch it in. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their 1st. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. It's 2nd and goal. They're running again. And he will score and give them the lead in the final minute. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minute.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
This one is up and good. And the Broncos push their lead to 3. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchpad. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. First and 10 now from the 30. Setting up to pass. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
On the move, headed right. He's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Back to throw. Completed over the middle. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. Now with 2 seconds left, we've got whistles and we've got a timeout. And up next, you'd assume a field goal trying to force overtime. And with 2 seconds remaining in our contest, we're going to see what both teams decide to do with this final play. The kick is good. He got it. And at the buzzer, they forced overtime. And postseason. So overtime in the playoffs, Brock, things work a little bit different. And we know that some folks have been confused by this. So both teams guaranteed one possession regardless of who wins the coin toss here. And if after those two drives we're still tied, then an entire season comes down to who can score first. It's been the type of game that makes the playoffs so great to watch. Let's spot the AFC title game on the line as we're underway in overtime. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run for Mostert. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Nowhere to go with it, so he just throws it away.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. From the gun, Smith. Buys time, rolling right. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. 6 yards on the play and enough for a 1st.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
Smith on 1st down. Complete. It's Myles. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
1st down, Smith to throw. Complete here to Bowers. And he's able to get this down to the 13. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
That's good for another Las Vegas. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
First down from the red zone. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. All right, so they can't end the game with a touchdown. Not in a postseason overtime, but a score sure would send a mountain of pressure across the field and set their defense up quite well, too.
It would, Kate, but I would tell you, offensively, now that you're in the red zone, anything short of a touchdown would feel like a disappointment.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he runs it inside the 10 to the 9. Give him 5 on that play. Now it's going to be 3rd down and 6.
Well, this offense is trying to keep the defense off balance down here in the red zone. Mixing in receiver runs with everything else they love to do. And the best part is, it's working. He gets them several yards on that play.
Escapes the pocket. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
Well, Kate, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
It's good. The kick sails through. And the pressure now applied to that opposing sideline.
The important part, they've got the lead here in overtime after the short field goal. But with how close they got, the touchdown was in play. You got to hope that you can get the stop here and not live to regret that series stalling out.
And well, in the past, we wouldn't have batted an eye as it sailed over the end zone, Brock. But with our new kickoff rules in place, that's going to cost them. The football's coming all the way out to the 30-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now he gets a shot here in overtime. And he can't reel it in, incomplete.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Completed to his running back. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Offense up to the line fast. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he works his way for a gain of 4. Working quickly here. 2nd and 6 now. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up. Gotta hurry this to the line. Here he is to throw. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Now to throw. And it falls incomplete. So put this in the win column for the Raiders.